What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with DJ Essence.
What's up, Sacramento?
DJ Essence, you're definitely a resident DJ in the 916. You are at Vanguard, District 30, El Rey, and a couple places out in Roseville, and San Francisco. Do you want to tell us a little bit about all the ways people can find you?
Yes, under all social media, under DJ Essence 916.
Okay, cool. And now, after people can follow you, they can definitely see the breadth of work that you have, and like I said, all the different places that you perform. Where is the best way to kind of track your movements so that we can catch you live performing at one of those venues?
On a daily basis, I always update where I'm at, my schedule, calendar throughout the month, throughout the week, it's always up.
So are you a native then to the 916?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's my number one support, is 916.
So how did you start in music? I'm always curious.
Oh, good question. I started at a young age, just always loved music, My older brother was into the nightlife scene, the club scene, so just slowly transitioned from loving it to putting it into work, and then saw the DJs, how they did it, and then just, here I am now.
Okay.
15 years later.
Yeah, 15 years later, a long time, but I mean, you have a lot of work in your past, and I know you have a lot of stuff coming up in the future.
Yes.
And you were telling me earlier that you're looking to actually own your own club, right? To start your own nightlife
One day, yes,
adventure.
ma'am. One day, yes. We'll see. I don't want to get too happy yet, but, all the hard work will pay off later on. So
yeah, definitely.
Looking forward.
Well, I'll definitely be first in line for your club when that opens up. I'm excited.
She'll be working there. Yes.
Well, so thinking of your own club, I mean, what kind of elements push you to wanting to do that?
I've always, worked hard for all these other venues, made, everybody happy, made everybody, money. I think I'm good at it. A lot of people are good at construction. A lot of people are good at, other things. And I think, to me, nightlife, clubs, bars, having my own spot will be, the best for me. I think I'm good at the nightlife scene.
Cool.
Very good at it.
Very good at it.
Very good at it, actually.
Yeah, I mean, definitely to be a resident DJ at so many locations, that takes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
So do you work a lot with other DJs then that
Yes, I
are
do.
also residents at those locations?
Yes, I have love for all the DJs in Sacramento. We work together, we book each other, and we always cover each other's events if one of us can't make it, so it's 916,
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. So, yeah. Plus, I promote too. I don't just DJ, so I'm a promoter too.
Okay, and do you promote for those same locations as well?
Yeah, yeah. Wherever I'm at, promoting all the time, making sure that the bar makes money, so, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And now I know you started out in the 916, and definitely this is your hometown, always and forever. But I know you also perform out in the Bay Area. How did you kind of get started with that?
Word of mouth, I would say.
Okay.
Word of mouth, work tells it all,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, in your case, sound, right?
Sound, yeah. Yeah, you did. I think it started from a private party, and then just people, honestly, I don't know, in this 12, 13 years, I think half of those, at least once a month, I've done something in the Bay, so.
Cool. Well, shout out to the Bay and to expanding,
of course.
right?
Yes, Bay, Fresno, sometimes Los Angeles I'll go, so thank you guys.
Cool. So all over the West Coast then,
Yes.
but obviously the best coast, so.
Yeah, Sacramento.
So when you're making your mix, how do you come up with the songs that you put into a mix? Is it mostly just how you're feeling or the vibe of the crowd?
Vibe of the crowd, both. I would say how I feel too, but definitely, when you're playing for, all these nightclubs, it's not about you. You gotta satisfy the crowd,
Yeah.
So once you feel the crowd, what they're into, and just, work your way up,
So what is your favorite night to perform?
My favorite night to perform, I would say any day of the week.
Any day.
I DJ 5 days a week. So
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, if the crowd is there, one person or 1,000 people, I gotta perform the same. So
it only just takes that one person to get the party started then.
Yeah. Yes. But definitely weekends, you get a lot of people out, so weekends are, I would say, the best.
Okay.
So,
now, where is the most unique place that you've performed at? Since you've been all over, since you've kind of been to a lot of different, restaurants, bars, clubs, what's the most unique place?
Good question. Let's see. It depends, because a lot of places that I do perform, depending on who calls first. I mean, I do a lot of the international parties too. So it all depends on what genre, who calls first. But if I would have said like a simple nightclub, I would say it'll be. That's a good question. I would say. See, okay, I'll answer this two ways. So, because I do a lot of bars also. So, over at the bars, I would definitely say Onyx in Roseville because you get so many different type of crowd. Cool. Definitely is a challenge, big time. You don't know who comes through those doors, and you might prepare, top 40 music, when you're at home, but when you go over there, it's going to be nothing but EDM, for instance, you know? So that's that. But as far as a nightclub, I would probably say between Social and Vanguard, for sure, in Sacramento. And then in San Francisco, let's see, I would say Hue, Infusion, those spots. Love and Propaganda, that's another spot that's very challenging. So.
Okay. Now, are there any spots in California that you have on your radar that you haven't yet performed at?
Oh, I would say... definitely want to touch the LA nightclubs.
Okay,
for
cool.
sure.
So all those LA nightclubs out there, hop on Instagram or even text him.
Yes, text me.
DJ Essence.
Or my new manager right here, text her. Yeah. The more places I play, the better, so.
Yeah, well, it's really cool to see that you can play kind of anywhere and everywhere and that you always know to go with the crowd and to go with the feel, and that's what makes the night. It is about them, and I think that a lot of DJs lose that sometimes. Where, like you said, they come prepared with something, and they can't think on their feet. They're like, "Well, I prepared top 40, so that's what people are gonna get," whether or not they like that.
Plus, having the knowledge of being an international DJ, somebody might walk in that's from a different country. I've had places where somebody walked in, straight. The guy just came from India, and he had his friend, come translate, He's like, "You have this song?" "Yeah, I had it." And boom, there goes $100 tip, So for you to have all these other songs that are not just the American-based or not just the land-based, everybody else, you get to satisfy everybody, everybody's happy, and you come back, that's, you make the bar happy, that's...
Well, definitely being seated in these international markets, I'm curious, what international locations have you already played, and which ones are you looking forward to playing at?
I have probably played almost all of international locations.
Oh, wow,
between Sacramento and LA.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them. Between restaurants to wedding halls to banquet halls.
Okay.
To, open up for big concerts. So, yeah, international world, it's,
That's cool. Well, I
think
it's awesome that you have that love for all different types of nationalities, all different types of people, because we are all one in this community.
Exactly.
And I think it's awesome that you promote that.
Plus, as a DJ, you don't want to just stay in one genre or one location, because imagine if, for instance, if I was just into land music or hip hop or whatever, and it dies out, I don't have a backup,
Yeah.
By me doing all these other, cultures and all this other country music, it's, you stay constantly busy, like yesterday on a Monday I had a wedding, it's who gets a wedding on a Monday, but it wasn't, so it all depends, honestly. It's, plus as a DJ, as a person, for you to know more knowledge in music, I think it's for you to, to open up, and just not just stay in one area, so.
Definitely. Earlier you said that you kind of followed other DJs' patterns. Now, what DJs are inspiration for you, or which DJs in the past have inspired you?
I would probably say, well, I started in the electronic world, so I would definitely go with, definitely I would say, well, back then it was, trance was in, Tiesto, of course, Armin van Buuren, Paul Oakenfold and all them, ATB, so those were the guys, like, oh, one day I need to, be up there, but I'm still trying, guys. Still trying one day, so, but yeah, they, you have to have, something to to look up to. If you don't, it's you don't know where you're going, so it's so
well, isn't it a saying that if you want to be a giant, you hang out in a world of giants?
Exactly.
So definitely kind of working up to what you aspire to be.
Of course. Plus, I look up to a lot of the Sacramento DJs too. There's a lot of them have good talents, and try to learn from them. It's what half of my life, I pretty much have been DJing, but I'm still learning. I don't. It's still, ready to learn more things. So,
Yeah, well, you definitely sound like a humble guy, but one who's ready
definitely.
to kick ass in the
Oh yeah,
DJing
yeah,
world.
yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait till you guys see me
Yeah.
live. Yeah. Next week. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Definitely. It's fun.
Yeah, well, it's really cool to see your transformation, like you said, of starting in the EDM and now going all the way to not only playing EDM, but you said what, country, international music, hip hop, top 40. So
everything.
definitely have a breadth of experience.
Middle Eastern music to
Okay.
Eastern European, everything. So I'm Armenian myself, so I gotta know, all the
Yeah,
other,
you gotta-
I gotta know all the other stuff. So it's fun.
Cool. Well, now that DJing, I think, way back when you were talking about, there were just a few select individuals who DJ and everybody kind of looked up to him. Now, DJing is really, it's entirely own culture now. You
Yes.
have all these giant music festivals that are centered around DJing and EDM music. Are there any music festivals that you would like to play or you can see yourself playing in the future?
Everybody's going after EDC, but I would love to, it's, any festival, if it's fun, I'm definitely, ready.
Yeah.
Bring whatever festival.
Bring it on,
Yeah,
huh?
bring it on, honestly. It's, give me the crowd, give me the date, and my, headphones and my turntable.
Cool.
Ready to go, so sounds good. Yeah.
Now, I see you light up every single time you talk about DJing. What is the feeling you get right before you go on stage?
Honestly, I still get that crazy, just the adrenaline, goes in. And I think, actually somebody has asked, hey, when you're going to retire? And I said, when that flame dies out, and that's, I don't want that to die out, and it's, I still have the same feeling how I first started, excited. Yes, nervous because, you don't know who you're going to satisfy, so, just...
Again, you guys, I'm Noelle, and for the first time, we're at Amina Labs, our sponsor, showing us the dope spot to record this awesome interview with DJ Essence. Until next time, I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions and Fame by the Flame with DJ Essence.
Thank you guys for all the support. I'll see you guys in my next show.